Yo, so this is Dan. I'm back again, and today I'm going to be bringing you through how to find products for Etsy dropshipping. So I'm going to be using one method which is a highly researched method, and then one method which is listing anything that I think will do well on AliExpress, and this is my favorite one. So before we begin, I've left a link down below for an opportunity for anyone watching this video. I'm giving the opportunity for people to apply to work with us. So to be some of the first people to actually work through our organic ecosystem. So this is a new ecosystem that we have created to get you organic sales on these platforms. So click the link, book a call, and yeah, might see you on the inside. Anyway, let's get into it. Etsy dropshipping was made for people who made their own crafts and they could sell them online. We are using it to dropship, and there's a few different ways to find products. So my favorite way is literally going on to AliExpress and finding products that I know align with the Etsy dynamic. So you need to know the demographic for Etsy. The demographic being who is actually on Etsy looking to buy and what these products look like that people want to buy from Etsy. That's the demographic. Once you kind of know that, it's easy to figure out who's going to be on it and what products we need to pick. Another way, we can actually also look at people's stores on Etsy already. So these are sellers who already have stores on Etsy. And we can use these and we can use information on their listings to figure out if the product is good enough. Once we find a good product, we can go to AliExpress and find the product ourselves and then list it ourselves. So we have already done the research and we found something that works for someone else. And this is a product we can list. So there's a few different ways of doing it. There's some people use spy tools like Everbee and all other stuff as well. I don't bother, to be honest. I've had great success not doing this. So just going off my own whim, like something that I think will do well or something that I've seen on another store that does well and I've listed it and it does very well, right? So most stores that we launch, they do hit 500 to 1,000 revenue in the first 7 days. And then they build up from there and there. So I'm going to bring you through. I'm going to show you a store, my own store, that is actually deactivated, so I don't mind showing people, and then I'm going to go through AliExpress and see can we find anything. So let's go. Done about 15k, and that was just from picking random products on AliExpress. Now this has been deactivated, so I don't really care if people see it. This was one of my first stores that got shut down, and yeah, now that doesn't happen to us anymore. So also what we do is say we're at Etsy Home, okay? Say this is like the front page of Etsy, it's the home page. What we want to do is we want to go to maybe categories and go jewelry. So jewelry is always a good one. Now it can be quite low ticket, so you do need to sell a high volume, but I'm just going to show you for instance, right? These are ads by sellers. As you can see, these are doing very well. There's 47,000 ratings on this. They're a star seller. There's so many products here that'll all pop up at the start, okay? So we'll go down through it. Have a look here. Let's have a look at this one. So this is in 20 plus baskets, right? Now, this is like a good sign that this product is selling very well. And if you copy their SEO, their titles, you can possibly do this too. Now, this is Miss Q Creation. It's a huge store on AliExpress or Etsy. You can also see that their sale ends in 22 hours and 20 minutes. That is a lie. Their sale is going to be on for every month, but they're resetting it every single day. So this is a sales tactic also. They're a star seller, so Etsy are promoting their listings more. And how you become a star seller is by your customer service, fulfilling items on time, messaging back on time, and having little refunds or cases open. So how do we find this product, right? First things first, I'm going to go to my snipping tool and I'm just going to grab this. And here we go. I'm going to save it to downloads. I'm going to go to AliExpress. I'm going to click on a random listing and I'm going to drop the screenshot in the image search. So it's quite simple. So we'll have a look around. You can see products that are very like it, and here's the exact one. Okay, so here's the exact one, here's the exact one, and it's so cheap. It's literally the same photo. So it's the same photo and everything. So as you can see, it's $2, $3 Australian. So you can actually list this for, what are they listing for? €20. So it's a huge jump. So this is a good way of finding a product. Now, I would change the photos. I would also change the title, but keep it very similar to that competitor that we've seen. And I would list this product And I would also use their description and make a very, very similar one, right? Because we know this product is doing well. Like we know it's going to do very, very well. So we want to make it look like that product, but don't copy the same photos, right? So make your own photos or just drop them into a AI image editor or background generator or whatever. And you can do this rinse and repeat. You can make a full jewelry store. It doesn't even have to be a jewelry store. You can mix the niche and you can do this for all the products. And 15 to 20 products, you might have like 10 winners, which is all you need for a successful Etsy store. This is a very good way of doing it. It takes a bit longer than the way I do it, but this works really well too. So if you've got a store full of products like this that you found are doing very, very well on other people's stores, you're winning. It's almost guaranteed that you're going to win. This is the best way to probably do a research on products. Now you can use, as I said, Everbee as well. I don't bother, to be honest. Yeah, I just do it that way, and I use AliExpress to find products that I know will align well. Anyway, let's get into the other method. Okay, so for the second type of way I find products, you kind of need to understand the demographic and what you actually want to do. And the best way of doing this, to start now, the best thing you can do on Etsy is just list a store, a general store that has bits of everything on it, and find out what works. This is what we do at EcomEdge. We have a 40 product store and we have multiple different niches in the one store. And we figure out what works ourselves. Once you do that, you have a better understanding with what other stores you can niche down into. So without getting too technical in that type of things, this is how I find products. So I would go on to AliExpress again, and I would type in like floating shelves, right? Say I was doing a home decor store. So I'd type in floating shelves and I would just work my way down through. And anything that has like 5-star, 4.8 with lots sold and look decent, anything that catches your eye, I would list. So I would list this. I wouldn't list any of these, they don't catch my eye. I would list this, it's kind of Etsy aesthetic here. Maybe this, I think this is kind of cool as well. It's like a load of figurines, but they're all on like a ladder and they're floating the shelves as well. So I'd list stuff like that. These are nice, these shelves too, they're very Etsy aesthetic. Maybe these ones I know do well on Etsy. But I would just go down through, and next I've got like 5 to 10 products that I can list on my Etsy store. Now they're not all going to be winners, and the same even when you research products, but you can still figure out what works. Then I would go to garden decor, and I would find stuff in garden decor, garden lights, gnomes, all this stuff, things that hang off trees, all these like bird bats, and I would list those too. And then you can list some paintings, and you can even get away with listing some jewelry on your first general store. And out of these things like wind chimes, sun catchers, all that stuff, out of all these things you'll figure out what works, and you'll get a good understanding for what people are buying on Etsy. If you jump into a store, your first store, and niche down into bracelets or a certain type of jewelry, there's a very big chance that no one might buy anything on your store because they're all very similar. They're all the same niche. So this is a big, big thing that we like teach at EcomEdge. It's very important. But yeah, that's basically it. That's how I find my products. It's simple. That store that done 16K, that was one of my first stores. And that's literally the way I did it. I went on to Ali and I just picked that and it caught my eye when I scrolled. Because if it caught my eye, it's going to catch other people's eyes. And then I list those products. Simple as, don't get your stores deactivated. I've got plenty more stores now that'll make up for it. But keep it simple, guys, and you will get the results. It's just about consistency. List your 3 or 4 products a day and keep at it. That's all you have to do. And volume too, like having multiple stores, figuring out what's working off the first store, creating a second, third, fourth store after that. But yeah, as I said as well, this is basically the end of the video. That's all I have to show you. That's what we do to find products. It's very simple. But if you do want to learn and work with us and actually be a part of our new organic ecosystem, click the link below and book a call with us, and I'll be on the call waiting for you myself. So yeah, might see you on the other side. Thank you.